I guess we'll talk about some of the other news in this video. Oh god, it's 6. Loading 100%. Come on. Do something. How's it going, Bat Family? Welcome to a brand new, I guess you could say, somewhat the Batman update video. First of all, what we're going to do, this is kind of me filming after the initial segment that you're going to see, and that is something that I'm going to timestamp. You can skip past it, because we're also going to get into the updates on the GCPD series, or the lack thereof, and how it's somewhat evolved into something else, and that is an Arkham series. I'm also going to talk about the official green lighting, if you will, of the Penguin series for HBO Max. But first of all, I do want to get into, if you do know, the Ratalaada website was teasing a massive loading 100% bar, and today at 6 p.m. GMT, they finally revealed what it was. So I kind of recorded my live reaction to what was going on there. Again, if you want to just skip to more of the newsy stuff and my thoughts on that, feel free to do so, but I just thought I'd be putting this beginning bit of me waiting for 99% to hit 100 live, so I hope you guys enjoy that. Now, just before I get into the past version of myself, you know, waiting for that to happen, I just want to say thank you for helping me hit 100,000 subscribers. That is an insane achievement, and it's a milestone I genuinely didn't know if I was going to hit or whatever, but a lot of the Bat Family helped that happen. Just know that there is a video, a live stream coming out on that. I might save the video to release around the time I get the play button, but there will definitely be a live stream, so make sure you have notifications on for the channel if you want to join the 100,000 subscribers special live stream. But also, just to address anyone who's asking me about things like, Boba, have you seen Matt Reeves talk about that? You got to break this down, you got to break that down. I've got a lot of the Batman videos planned for coming weeks. It's just I'm not like rushing to get everything out post-movie. I've got other regular content on the channel I need to get out, but don't worry, I've got other things that I need to talk about. That includes news updates, stuff that Reeves has said in multiple interviews, really interesting things about the film. Of course, we're going to continue the discussion series as well, so keep an eye out for my community posts on that if you want to have your question featured as to what we can get into from the movie. Look at it as like an extended, in-depth spoiler talk, but with your guys' like highlighted questions and diving into theories going into sequels and things like that. So yeah, just in case you're not subscribed, maybe subscribe, because we're going to stay hot on the topic of the Batman. Like, we're kind of back to square one now in terms of like all the videos for the Batman sequel, but now we've got literally updates in between, waiting for that Joker Barry Keoghan deleted scene to come out, the spin-off series, the development on that. Honestly, I'm kind of like flooded up to here with like ideas. I wish I could just make all the videos at once, but I'm gonna shut up now. Let's play the Ratalaada website thing, and then we'll get into the other stuff. Alright guys, so I am recording this as we are currently less than 2 minutes away from finding out what is on Ratalaada. I hope this isn't a Fortnite skin. I hope that this is probably my predictions going in, maybe because the riddle beforehand said something like, you think I'm done, but every end is a new beginning. Every end is a new beginning, maybe meaning sequel announcement, even though we know we're getting another movie. But maybe something more. I don't know about the, you know, the Joker deleted scene in Arkham where Batman goes to help get that profiling from Barry Keoghan's John Doe, who isn't quite the Joker yet. Oh my god, it's 50. Okay, wait, let me check. I'm getting overly excited for this. We are, yeah, 5, 59, 35, 36, 37. What is this going to be? What is this going to be? I'm not trying to get overhyped. It can only be one of a few things. It'd be a mad bonus if we do get that deleted scene. Maybe sequel announcement. I would be surprised if it's a proper title, because Matt Reeves has got lots of ideas, but maybe there's something he hasn't been fully transparent about. But then if it's just like a Fortnite skin or something, I'll be like, oh, I guess we'll talk about some of the other news in this video. Oh god, it's 6. Loading 100%. Come on. Do something. Do something. Okay, I'm going to just refresh the page. Yeah, I'm refreshing the page. Yes. Get on with it. Rerouting. Okay, here we go. Oh, wait, do I click for reward? Is that what I need to do? No, it's still the same riddle. Okay. Okay, well, this is... Is this it? A troll? Loading 100%, nothing's happening? I feel like Riddler in the movie right now. He's like, no, that wasn't how it was supposed to go. It's me right now. I guess for now, I'm just going to see you guys when this 100% thing changes. Okay, so... You've come this far. Now, let's see if you're willing to discover more. While you unmask everything that has yet to be revealed, I'm safe here with my new friend. We will see you soon. So that's Riddler saying he's there with Barry Keoghan's Joker. Click for reward. Here we go. Is it going to be an unlisted link to you? Oh, wait, shit. Know what I know? It started downloading a file. Okay, right, so it's cool, but it's basically seems to be all the promo, well, it's not really promo material, yeah, Know What I Know is essentially the evidence that he has here. Okay, so that's pretty cool. If we look at all of this, what we have here is the various plans Riddler had laid out for each person he was targeting. So, yeah, God, the rats... we have the no more lies on the mayor there, and the money just coming out of his mouth. It's just indicating, obviously, how he was taking out of the Gotham Renewal Fund. The very card from your secret friend, who... let's go through the other photos. City Hall, DOA. So yeah, that's Gil Coulson just going through the front doors. More photos of that. Arkham 84, I believe that says. This is kind of cool in the sense that we haven't seen every one of these pieces of artworks. So Gotham DA talks hard stance on crime bosses, battle for the city. Just looking at this now with my thoughts, obviously I had expectations going in to the point of where it could have been Fortnite skins. It doesn't surprise me that we didn't get the Joker scene, only because I feel like, as I've been saying, that might be released either by Matt Reeves, like he does sometimes, like, hey, check out, like, I've got a 4K version of the funeral scene. He's uploaded that to YouTube before. So if he doesn't upload it himself and links it on Twitter or whatever, I recommend following him on Twitter or something. It'll probably release on HBO Max alongside the bonus section that they have on there. There we have a younger Edward Nashton. This is where Thomas Wayne announces mayoral candidacy, and we see Bruce there. This is where I think, is that... Martha? I believe it might be Martha. This is when we saw the little expose Riddler did when Bruce was watching and he was learning the truth about his mother, Martha, and how she was committed. We got, close-ups of the mayor. This is what Batman took to Penguin to try and figure stuff out there. We got the Riddler's ramblings here. Each level cut to head shape. Box to sit over shoulder. Rats can go up and down the levels, not to be wider than shoulders. Each level cut head shape. Box sit over shoulders. Just like repeating. But yeah, this is the way Savage died, for getting his face picked clean, which is a bit... Then we have some other photos. I mean, it's basically all of it. The truth, but it's more or less just the resources they had, they're giving to us now. We get even better looks at the Riddler's apartment, which is awesome. I mean, I love how messy this is at the same time. But here we have freaking Pete Savage, bloody commissioner, taking some cheddar, some green, if you will, getting greedy, as Batman said, from a guy who deals drops, as Batman also said. And we also have the Riddler's journal here, so let me zoom in on that. That's actually pretty awesome. Thursday, June 10th, the memories of the Grand Hall. So much space to run down, so much space to exist, so much to uncover. Uncover all the hopes of the past, uncover all of the lies and lies. I am going to uncover the truth. I am going to do this. I just need to focus. I just need to find the truth. What am I missing? I need to find it. Everyone is counting on me. Monday, June 14th. Fire passes over me like a ripple, a wave of suffering, a wave of heat. No one understands you. No one will ever understand, because they live their ignorant lives born into privilege. Just going through this, I'm going to crack this code. I'm going to crack this enigma. Oh, could that be a little... Not really, but as we know, Edward Nigma, or E.Nigma. I wonder if that will ever come into the future of all of this. And then we get to that portion, I think, that Jim reads out in the movie. My life has been a cruel riddle I could not solve, suffocating my mind, no escape. But then... today I saw it, a single word on my mind. A single word on this ledger, sitting on the desk beside me. Renewal, the empty promise they sold to me as a child in that orphanage. One look inside and I finally understood my whole life has been preparing me for this, the moment where I would learn the truth, where I could finally strike back and expose their lies. And then, goes on to, I know what I must become. And the cool thing is, as you go throughout this, it becomes less and less coherent. Like his writing, you can barely make words out. I believe there's one part that says, this is true power. Be the fly on the whales. Like, keep going, keep... I don't know. Like, it's like, Jesus, But as you know, they say at this point in the movie, it's just it gets nuts. I mean, like, look at that. You can't read that. What? That you know, that's cool. I appreciate that. I mean, I guess I can use this in future videos. Thanks for the resources, Riddler. But there is something else. If you go back to the website again, there is another ciphery code thing to crack, and people have already cracked it. And what you're seeing right now on screen is, apparently it says Gotham loves a comeback. Possibly hinting to, like, you know, maybe Riddler will return, possibly meaning a sequel, which we know we're getting. You know, read into that what you will. I feel like it really does speak for itself. Whether that is what Barry Keoghan's character teased, like, Gotham loves a comeback, and it's like, oh, maybe Riddler will, you know, have a comeback with Barry's, you know, John Doe. Who knows? Or maybe not. It's just, it can mean multiple things, and I think all multiple things technically are true as well. Okay, so welcome to the part of the video where I wanted to tackle some things that I've been meaning to talk about over the past few days. And that is interesting because in my recent video with Matt Reeves going over, this was actually my last The Batman video, Barry Keoghan's character, what that means, and honestly, I really do recommend checking it out if you haven't seen it already. It's insane the amount of details he went in terms of, like, this Joker who hasn't quite got the moniker of the Joker. Long story short, just like how Selina Kyle doesn't have the moniker of Catwoman, yet she personifies a lot of the characteristics of Catwoman. And just like Barry Keoghan's Joker, if you've seen it a few times now, you can see the disfigurement, you can see the green wisps of hair, you can see the constant smile. He gets into how it's a congenital disease, how that affected this Joker, and how he had a dark reaction to it. So do check that video out, but in the back half of it, we talk about some comments on the current spin-off series, with Colin Farrell talking about how he's got wind of an R rating and how that will facilitate the story they need to tell. And, you know, if you've seen The Batman now, which I assume you have, the end with the power vacuum left by Falcone, it's going to be a bloody war for power. It really is. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I was speculating about the GCPD series, but it turned out, as I was editing that video, news came out from Matt Reeves where there were other YouTube channels or just other outlets just kind of asking and having interviews about what happened with that. And he gave clarification on what shows are on the board. Now, one of them is the Penguin series, which we have now got official confirmation from all the major trades that it has indeed been officially ordered at HBO Max 2 series, which we're going to get into a teeny bit later. But first of all, I want to read out this interview with the Cyber Nerds YouTube channel. They had a really awesome interview with Matt Reeves, so big shout out to those guys. But listen to this, and I'm sure maybe a lot of you know it, but I've got quite a bit to say about it. So the GCPD thing, that story has kind of evolved. We've actually now moved more into the realm of exactly what would happen in the world of Arkham as it relates coming off of our movie. And some of the characters, again, in their origins, it's like a horror movie or a haunted house that is Arkham. Again, the way that Gotham is a character in the movie, I really want Arkham to exist as a character so that you go into this environment and encounter these characters in a way that feels really fresh. And so in our work on Gotham, that story started to evolve and it started feeling like, wait, we should really lean into this. And that's kind of where that's gone. So he has said it's been put on hold. He does, and I've heard him talk about this in other interview questions, more or less saying the same thing, but he loves the story and what he was getting into with that GCPD series, but for now, it's not really happening. It's been kind of put on the back burner a bit. But what intrigues me here is, now we have got 2 HBO Max spin-off shows. Matt Reeves has said they have been talking about other ones. I'm guaranteeing, well, I can't really guarantee it, but you know what I mean. That's how confident I am that they've spoken about Selina Kyle, a Catwoman spin-off and whatnot. And as with the Penguin series, it is very obvious to me, with what I've got into my recent videos as well, that it will be bridging the gap between the first movie to help facilitate the beginning aspect, or, you know, portion of when maybe we get another monologue from Bruce of the second movie. So, like, you know, it's going to be content for the interim period. So what's really, really fascinating to me about this is the words that Matt Reeves chooses to use. So he says, we've actually now moved more into the realm of exactly what would happen in the world of Arkham as it relates coming off of our movie and some of the characters, again, in their origins. So this can, and please do not take this as a guarantee. It's just like what he's saying specifically with the world of Arkham as it relates coming off of our movie. That at least indicates to me that this could also be in the interim period between movie number 1 and movie number 2, just like how the Penguin series is. And it isn't outside the realms of possibility. I'm not saying Barry Keoghan's going to be the main character in every single episode or anything like that. This will dive into the character that is Arkham, which is such a beating, dark, black heart aspect of Gotham. Like, Gotham, as we spoke about on the channel, and Reeves himself has as well, is a character, and he definitely established that in this movie that we've now seen quite a few times. I think a lot of us have. Arkham is like, as I said, a tainted black heart. It's like a horror movie or a haunted house. That is Arkham. And like a Serious House and a Serious Earth vibes I'm getting there, maybe. But what I'm more interested in is that timeline. Like, when will this be said? Maybe they will be, like, going all over the place. Maybe there'll be, like, a monologue at the beginning showing the history of Arkham, and then it gets into present day, as of when the Riddler's been locked up. And I'm not saying Paul Dano or Barry Keoghan's going to be a series regular on this first season or whatever they're going to do, even if it's a limited series, 6 to 8 episode, 55 minutes per episode thing. But you can't rule it out that when he says we've actually now moved more into the realm of exactly what would happen in the world of Arkham as it relates coming off of our movie and some of the characters again in their origins. Well, that would be a cool thing to do, even if you're getting into like the cesspool that is Arkham, because I think we all know about Arkham. Like, it's not exactly a well-handled place. There's going to be a lot of characters to explore there, a lot of seeds and nods, as what Matt Reeves loves to say himself. He likes to include things that are nods to fans, like where fans respond like, is that what that means? Is that who that is? I'm sure you could get maybe other Rogues Gallery villains who might already be in there during Batman Year 1. He might put them in there, just like Barry Keoghan and his John Doe has been put in there in some time in Batman Year 1. Again, if you want those details, we've got details as to how Batman has interacted with him in the past. Like, Reeves goes over all of that. So it does stand to reason to kind of speculate that we could see those actors return. Just like how he did say as well about the GCPD series, it was more about another character, but it would also address Jim Gordon in that. So Jeffrey Wright would have appearances, maybe not a series regular, but more like every now and again. So I do feel like we could get that maybe with Barry. I don't know about Paul Dano. I feel like these are two actors who would be very down for it. It would be a very highly produced series as well, so like contractually, and I'm sure they're going to be eating well with whatever they're offered, depending on, you know, their schedule and things like that. Maybe if it's only a few appearances, they can slot that in. You know, if it's not a series regular type thing, it just does stand to reason that it is very believable that they could tease it. It's not going to be a Joker proto-Joker show. Don't worry about that. When I'm talking about these characters being involved, like Barry Keoghan's, you know, John Doe, it's just complimentary, if anything they do it at all, that is. Now, to quickly go over the Penguin show, because we've spoke about this for quite a while on the channel, and we knew it was happening, especially with Colin Farrell just basically saying, like, it's basically happening. I've even got wind of, like, it's going to be an R rating. Now it's just like, major trades, confirm. Officially been ordered to series. So as Variety exclusively reported in December 2021, Colin Farrell will return for the limited series, hence why I think Arkham could be a limited series, after starring as the famous Batman villain in a recently released film. Based on the characters created by Bob Kane and Bill Finger for DC, the show will follow the character whose real name is Oswald Cobblepot as he rises through the ranks of Gotham's criminal underworld. Variety reported that the show is in the works in September 2021. Now, we did speculate before that rising through the ranks of Gotham's underworld could also, if you want to argue this, pertain to how he rose to the rank of Falcone's lieutenant. You know, let's put it this way, like, Oz is already in his position of power in the movie. You don't go from, like, one of the twins, a thug who stands on a door, you know, to be, like, to where Lieutenant is without rising through some ranks. But I do believe it will facilitate the rise to power that he does to control the Kingpin space. You know, occupy Falcone's position. But you could have other people that will want that as well. So this is where we get some more quotes. The world that Matt Reeves created for the Batman is one that warrants a deeper gaze through the eyes of Oswald Cobblepot, said Farrell. I couldn't be more excited about continuing this exploration of Oz as he rises through the darkened ranks to become the Penguin. Will be good to get him back on the streets of Gotham for a little madness and a little mayhem. And yeah, just given the way the movie's ended, I know I keep repeating this, but it's such a perfect No Man's Land-esque climate there for his character, who already had quite a bit of balls in the movie, to say what he did for Falcone and stuff, even though he was getting arrested, to be fair. It's Oz. He wants to be at the top, and I can't wait. because Colin Farrell was fantastic. Now, more details are as follows. Lauren LaFranc will serve as a writer and showrunner on the series. Reeves, who directed The Batman, will also executive produce, along with Dylan Clark, who produced The Batman. Reeves executive produces via 6th and Idaho Productions, along with Daniel Pipsky, while Clark produces via Dylan Clark Productions. Adam Kassan also executive produces, while Rafi Kron, I do apologize there, pronunciation, is co-executive producer. Warner Bros. Television is the studio, and 6th and Idaho is currently under an overall deal at WBTV. So we get another quote here in how I have long been a fan of the world of the Batman, and Matt Reeves' film is such a powerful and bold entry into the canon. LaFranc said, I am excited and humbled to continue telling stories in the grimy world of Gotham City, and what better excuse to channel my inner villain than to tell the story of Oswald Cobblepot. I am thrilled to work with Colin, Matt, Dylan, 6th and Idaho, Warners, and HBO Max as we work to bring this story to the screen. And there we have it, guys. You know, if you want to check out some more in-depth thoughts on this, check out my previous videos on this subject, even as of the past few, where I've kind of gone into that. But it's really just going to be, you know, some people might be like, I don't want to watch the Penguin show, but like, trust me, those people will be saying that it's kind of maybe like the Peacemaker thing, but not as much hype going into it, because for Peacemaker, people thought, at least with Oz Cobblepot, I think the Penguin, people see, especially after seeing the movie, the potential there. But even if some people are like, yeah, but still, I think it would be one of those shows that will take people like that, like, oh my god, I really didn't get enough hype for this. Because I'm not trying to sound shilly, it's just I feel like I know the vision and the hype that and potential that they really do have behind this to bridge the gap between the first and second movie. That is going to be something to behold, and we're going to be covering it on this channel, of course, so make sure you are subscribed with notifications on. I'll just double check if you are subscribed, because so many people tell me every time I say something like this, you're probably sick of me saying it, that I thought I was subscribed. It should keep popping up on my homepage, recommended, and that's why I thought like it was in my sub box. But no, like, check the red button, and maybe today, if you're not subscribed, is the day you're going to hit that button. I really would appreciate that if you've been watching me for a while. I do have some more substantial Batman videos coming out in the days to come, probably next week more specifically. So get excited for those, guys. But I think I'm going to love you and leave you now. So other than that, just like the video. I'd really appreciate that. And maybe check me out on Twitter and Instagram, or join my Discord server if you want to have a chat with me and others in the BobaTalks community. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you, Bat Family, in the next video. Goodbye.